Hey guys, Andre here. Welcome back. Okay, so I've got this WhatsApp group. I've got quite a few groups on my phone, and one of the groups is a cousins group. And I'm sure you guys can relate to this because it happened on Facebook, where like everyone's always sending pictures of their kids and all of that. So because I don't have any kids, so which is the purpose of this video. Okay, so today I'm going to share my babies with you, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So here's my babies. Okay, meet. I haven't named them. Anyway, okay. So guys, the purpose of this video is to let you guys know when you're starting out. Okay, so I'm a firm believer in Apple. This is a MacBook Pro 13-inch. This is an iPhone 6 Plus. Okay, so it's very important, you know, because when you're starting on a budget, and if you're like me, you had no budget when you started out, you know, it's important. So you're gonna make every cent or every rand count. Okay, so the reason I want to encourage you guys to use Apple products is because Apple is not paying me for this video. It's probably one of the best in terms of a computer, you know, hardware. It's got the best hardware out there. Okay, so what I mean by that is, you know, you want to buy something that's going to last. You don't want to get a machine, and I'm not going to name names here, I'm not knocking anybody, and I know there's going to be like 15 people who are going to comment here and say Samsung and Android is the best, and I'm happy for you guys, okay, but this is why I choose Apple, because the products last, guys. To give you an example, okay, and just so you know, I didn't start out with new Apple products, okay. This iPhone, it's probably it could be my 18th or my 19th iPhone, okay, because remember I used to buy and sell these things, okay. So I started off with a second-hand iPhone 3G and then 3GS, okay, because I was a BlackBerry fan at the time and I thought BBS was the best thing since sliced bread. What a lot of nonsense that was, thank God for Apple. And then, you know, I bought an iPhone 3G and I absolutely loved it. The picture quality, everything is amazing. And in terms of entrepreneurship, you know, just, you know, for someone who's starting out and you're a solopreneur, you know, someone it's just you and your business, you know, these devices and you know, Apple products are just really amazing. So you don't necessarily, they are expensive, okay, but guys, you can get a second-hand iPhone for, you know, from 1,500 rand up. You can get a second-hand MacBook, you know, you don't, okay, these babies are like on promotion, you can get them for 19,000. I was very fortunate that my sister actually bought me this a few months ago. This is a new one. So because she sees I'm working so hard and I'm making a difference in so many people's lives, including hers. On a serious note, yeah, so Apple products are really the best, guys. The hardware is amazing, okay, because the last thing you want to do is when you're starting a business, you want to buy a nice machine that looks cool and then it breaks down. And again, I'm speaking of experience. I've also had quite a few laptops, okay, computers that I've worked with. Now I'm not saying everything else other than Apple is shit. That's not what I'm saying, okay. All I'm saying is why I use Apple products. The hardware is amazing. You know, the App Store you can get for a small business owner. Just do yourself a favor, guys. Go on the App Store. You know, on mobile app as well as, you know, the actual App Store. The software that's on there, it's just amazing. Okay, so I'm a diehard Apple fan, and like I said, so at the end of the day, I think the purpose of this video and what I'm trying to tell you is if you want something that's going to last, or I want you to use or spend money on things that, you know, you can have for at least 5 years. You know, I mean, I used my machine before this one was a 2010 model, okay, and just to give you guys an indication, that laptop, okay, was a 2010, so it's according to Apple, it's like what, it's 7, 8 years old, so it's an old machine. That machine to this day will outperform one of the new Windows machines or anything else that runs on you know, anything other than Apple, because I've actually compared it. That's how amazing it is. Because remember, one thing that Apple does very well is, because for example you get a Samsung, you know, that's got a 132 megapixel camera and it's got 1000 terabyte RAM or what gigabytes hard drive or whatever the hell it has. But the beautiful thing about Apple, the innovation about Apple is they understand that it's not about having the best camera or having the most memory or having the best chip. It's about how all of that, the mechanics and how all of that synergizes and how it works together. Okay, so I can show you an example of, or to give you an example of that, you can have like my Apple, you know, that has maybe a 5 or 8 megapixel camera, and you get one of these Samsungs or another device that's got like a 12, 15 or 32 megapixel camera, but the Apple still takes better pictures. Why? Because it's designed differently. The lens is bigger, it allows more lighting. So the mechanics, and then that's the difference in terms of the innovation at Apple. Okay, so and I know, again, I'm not trying to convince you. The purpose of this video is just to show you why I use Apple products. Okay, because they last, and I mean, I've been through enough iPhones to know that they're amazing. And yes, Apple has flawed products. It's very rare, just like with anything. Okay, things do happen. But if you want to go out there and you want to buy things that are going to last you guys, definitely go with Apple. Okay, so I hope this video helped. And yeah, let me not ask you to comment and share. And no, you can share, but yeah, maybe don't comment if you're not an Apple fan. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers.